This is Boats of the Thousand Islands, the show about every kind of watercraft on the Great St. Lawrence River. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
The show about every kind of watercraft on the Great St. Lawrence River. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're talking about the most glamorous thing to ever leave a wake, the classic wooden runabout.
These boats are basically the sports cars of the river, except they're made of mahogany and smell incredible.
We're talking about those sleek, varnished beauties you see at the antique boat show in Clayton every summer. They almost look too good to get wet.
Almost. But they absolutely do get wet and fast. Some of those old Garwood and Chris-Craft runabouts hit over 50 miles per hour back in the 1930s.
50 miles per hour in a wooden boat. That's wild when you think about it. No GPS, no radar, just goggles and a prayer.
Chris-Craft is basically the name in classic runabouts. They started in Michigan in 1922 and pretty much defined what a luxury powerboat looked like.
And they built thousands of them by hand, planked mahogany hulls, brass fittings, the whole deal. Each one took weeks to put together.
People called them the poor man's yacht, which is funny because they were absolutely not cheap. They were aspirational, though.
Rich or not, if you had a Thousand Islands cottage in the 1940s, you wanted one of these tied to your dock. It was like having the right shoes.
The right extremely fast, extremely shiny shoes with a V8 engine.
Speaking of engines, a lot of these boats used converted automobile engines, which was genius because car parts were way more available than marine ones.
Henry Ford basically accidentally helped people go boating faster, which is a legacy, I guess.
A very noisy, very beautiful legacy. The sound of one of those engines firing up is honestly something.
It's like a purr and a roar at the same time. People at the Clayton Antique Boat Museum will tell you visitors just stop walking when one starts up.
The Clayton Museum is the real deal, by the way, one of the largest freshwater boat collections in the whole world, right here on the St. Lawrence.
Which makes total sense because this stretch of river was basically the summer playground for wealthy families from the Northeast for almost a century.
Bolt Castle, the grand hotels, the yacht clubs, and zipping between all of them, these gorgeous wooden rockets.
The St. Lawrence has pretty specific conditions for boats, too. The river can go from glassy calm to choppy really quickly, and a good runabout handled both.
The hulls were designed with a deep V forward and a flatter run aft, so you'd cut through chop, but still plane out smoothly at speed.
I love that you know the word aft. Very nautical of you, Robbie.
I've been studying. I'm basically a captain at this point.
You are not a captain. But back to the boats, restoration is a huge deal now. A fully restored Chris-Craft can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And people spend years on these restorations, stripping the hull down to bare wood, replacing planks, recalking seams, revarnishing with like 10 coats.
10 coats of varnish. You basically have to be a little obsessed to take on a project like that.
The people who do it will tell you it's worth every hour. There's something about bringing an 80-year-old boat back to perfect that hits different.
It's like time travel in wood and chrome. You're preserving a whole feeling, not just a machine.
And the Thousand Islands community takes that seriously. The Antique Boat Show in Clayton draws people from across North America every August.
Wooden boat enthusiasts are their own kind of people, passionate, incredibly knowledgeable, and very willing to explain mahogany grain to you for 45 minutes.
I mean, after today, I'd probably sit through that conversation. These boats earned the obsession.
One more fact I love. The name Runabout actually just meant a small, fast boat you used to run about in. Nothing fancy, just descriptive.
And then it became this whole aspirational category. Language is funny that way. Simple word, enormous meaning.
Sort of like how cottage on the Thousand Islands could mean a tiny cabin or a 30-room castle depending on who's talking.
Exactly. Context is everything, especially on a river where a boat sits next to a fishing shack and nobody blinks.
That mix is honestly what makes the St. Lawrence special. Fancy and practical side by side always has been.
And the runabout kind of represents that perfectly. It's luxurious, but it's also just a boat doing boat things, going somewhere, fast on beautiful water.
With the wind in your hair and varnish gleaming in the sun, honestly sounds pretty good.
If anyone out there wants to go look at one up close, the Antique Boat Museum in Clayton, New York is open summers, worth every minute.
And if you ever hear that deep, burbling engine sound echoing across the river, you'll know exactly what it is now.
A piece of history, still running, that's the magic. See you next week on Boats of the Thousand Islands.